it was interesting hearing all of these major gospel artists, record company people, and all of these people talking about Jeff Jeff Grant. I I didn't. I think the lady earlier said I didn't know. I didn't meet Ben, but I knew him. She said, "Well, I didn't know Jeff Grant, and I was trying to figure out like who he was. Who are these people talking about?" And so I remember when I was working with Tone, um, and Yvette Williams, his future wife, was working with us, and she said to me, I didn't know you know Jeff," and I was like, "Yeah, who is Jeff?" And she said, "You know Jeff Grant." I was like, I don't know Jeff Grant." And so she said, "Well, he said he was your kid's godfather or something," and he was. I said, "Ben? You talking about Ben?" And she was like, "No, Jeff." I don't know Jeff, but if I mean, does he live in New York? Like in because I was living in LA at the time. I'm like, does he live in New York? And so she said, yeah, not like New York City, but he lives like outside. I said, like in White Plains, like, and she said, yeah. I'm like, that's Ben. It's like, oh yeah, but no, I don't know Jeff. I don't even know who you're talking about. But yeah, but no. So she was like, that's weird. And we're both walking away like that is so weird. So sometime there shortly after I came into context with what all that was about. And so I was like, Ben, who are you anyway? I mean, what is this? What is going on here? Um, and so yeah, I got the skitty on all that. So but the one word I heard today though in everything was consistent. I even had it in my letter before I saw the service, of course, today, and people just said it, just consistent. I don't care whether he was Jeff Grant or Ben Clark or B. Jeffrey Grant Clark or whoever he called himself. He was always the same dude. Dude, that's part of my vocabulary because of him. I mean, yeah, I grew up in Southern California with the surfers and all that, but Ben, he called me out of nowhere, just dude. Have you seen? I'm like, oh Lord. Yeah, man, gonna miss that guy, my brother. But consistency was the key. And I think that when you meet people and they are the same, um, whether whether they call themselves Jeff Grant or Ben Clark, it just and even if you don't know, I mean, it's interesting. Johnny and I were talking earlier about Hillary Thomas, who at my Respect Yourself event said, I'm when I met Kipper, I mean, he was just this this nice older gentleman who could sing. And I had no idea about all this other stuff. And now that we've been doing some work together, I mean, we have this wonderful relationship. Well, it's the same with Ben and I. I mean, you know, I didn't know about all that. He was just the organist at my sister's church. I mean, but he was my brother. He grew. I didn't even know all this was happening, that he loved my family the way he did. And um, and so just want to just be in prayer for Annette and Dawn and Mel and Damone and the grands and everyone. And what is it? The 5 M's and him. I think that's horrible. But listen, I love y'all and thank you. God bless you. God keep you is my prayer.